Okay, guys. So, good morning. I stumbled upon this YouTube video this morning, and in the previous episode, I kept saying like, "Oh, I need to install the MCP server," and because we kept messing around with sending screenshots of our database. So I just checked this. Basically, it's very straightforward. I will also just add this to the description. Basically, you just go to this page on Supabase, create a personal access token. You add this file. You basically just add this file, so the cursor MCP JSON, so in the cursor folder with all your other cursor documents here. So cursor rules, here we have the file. And what you do is, I just did a check and it actually can read all my database activities and it can list all my projects as well. So all the projects that I'm currently working on are there, and I can just make changes to the database. It can read it. So instead of me having to constantly send screenshots, it now has access to my database. I think the only thing we need to be careful about is that it doesn't start deleting columns and tables in the database. Okay, so for today's episode, let's see if we still, what to do. Maybe I want to work on the featured images for the location pages and the stays pages. Yeah, I think I want to work on that. Then maybe already start adding the wellness category, or that's next episode, the wellness. And we're gonna skip beach clubs for now. Like I haven't been to a beach club for the past 2 years, so it's hard for me to add this. So I want to focus on stays, dining, wellness. Then activities, I think we're gonna put it after lunch, and then beach clubs maybe in the future, or maybe if this website goes well and we can hire someone, an employee that can visit all the beach clubs, then I think that's a better way. Like I don't want to go to a beach club, so it's hard for me to actually write content about it. So let's start implementing the featured images, and then, yeah, finish the pages, and then we're good to go. If you like my content so far, please leave a comment or subscribe. That's up to you. It's free, so why not? And then let's get into the episode. Cheers. Okay, so what I want to do first is start the development server. PnP dev. Then we go to let's do it for the stays first. So basically what we need to figure out is, so we have images here, right? Maybe in the basic info, we store the featured image. Then what we need is, let's go to Supabase. Make this bigger for you guys. So I think I want to store it in the listing table. We don't, we can actually test if the MCP works for this. So what we need is, or maybe in the listing bucket, we can create a featured image, or maybe we need to separate it. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna open cursor and say, for the listings, I want to add a featured image. So for every listing, and then I was thinking to store it in the forms in the backend. So we have the stay form, the dining form, and then we have the tab basic info. I think we can store it there with a image upload functionality. And then basically I want you to access the MCP, and in the listings table, we need to add a column for featured image URL. And then we currently have a bucket with listings. Is it best that we just store it in there, or should we have a featured image bucket for the listings? Please consult me on this and then help me implement to add the featured images. And then also in the listing cards and in the listing pages, we need to show the featured image. I'm gonna use thinking for this, and max I don't think we need. Okay, let's run this. So there's actually a few things that we need to do. So we have our stays category page. But maybe what I'm gonna do for this one is have, because maybe in the future we also want to change this copy. Well, I can just change it in the code, but let's say my partner, Grace, wants to change it. Maybe it's nice to have something here for static pages, and we can change the copy there. But let's see. So what it's doing here, it's checking all the projects that I have, then it checks all the tables that we have, and then it checks the storage bucket. So the storage bucket is the bucket where we store images, etc. And now it's saying like, okay, hey, let's check the listing card component, the image upload component, the stay form, the listing service. Okay, so it says it added the column. So how you check this, you go to Supabase, you go to your database, either you click here on listings, probably we can see it here already. So it's already added, so you can just see it in this overview, but if you just want the specific table, you go to listings, and then it's always, yeah, on refresh it's there. So now the viewed image URL is there. Okay, I'm just gonna let this run this. If there's something important, I'll just walk you guys through. If not, then we just can continue building the project. Okay, so there's a few things that I need you guys, or to walk you guys through. So it added the viewed image upload component. Then what I noticed, what it was doing, let's see, where was it? Ah yeah, so here, it created, now I need to fix the bucket name in the dining form, since it should be using dining bucket instead of listings, but then we don't have a dining bucket. My thinking pattern is it's all related to the listings table anyway, so maybe we should just store all the images in the listings bucket. Makes sense, right? So I let it do the thing, and then basically I quickly said there's no need to do activities yet. Also, it started creating activity TypeScript, but we don't have activity yet. So there's no need to do activities yet because we don't have it, blah, blah. And then I also said, just use the main bucket. And then it came back like, okay, it makes right to just use the listings because it's all connected to that form. So then we had some TypeScript errors that it fixed. So now it's saying that it's done. So let's check together. Okay, wait, so we can select it here now. The question is, does it work? If I press save, it doesn't do anything, but we can check in the database. So we have VJ, viewed image URL, nothing. So basically, okay, so the functionality of selecting the image works in the stay form. So I can select from gallery, it will show the picture that I select. It says viewed image selected in those notification. Whenever I press save changes, it says stay updated, but then it refreshes with no viewed image, and also it's not stored in the database. Can you please check what happens when we press the save changes? Is the viewed image URL included there on the submit form? So we had this issue before, right? Where we basically don't store. Oh, wait. Also, maybe this has to do with it. Please also check this. I don't think we need thinking. Just keep it on, just in case. Basically, we had a few times that when we added stuff to the form, it wouldn't save it. So let's see if it's stored now. Also no. But also, what might be an issue, let's say I upload something new. It's nothing to do with it's from another company. Let's say save. Also no. Because what I was thinking, this should be a different bucket than this one. This is the room images. Does it get uploaded? It does get uploaded. To update data, objects, and stay. Okay, let's see. It works now. Let's refresh. Also, in the stage form, we currently have a feature where we can select from the existing images, which is great. We just have to notice that those images are stored in a bucket named room images. So oh no, there's the listings as well. It's also in the listings images tables. I'm sorry, I was incorrect. Just still, whenever I save it, it doesn't get stored in the database. The image does upload. If I upload a new one, it's just not being stored in the listings table for the featured image URL. So I still cannot see the featured image. Okay, let's remove this. I thought it's the room images, but the room images is the images for the room, and that feature we still need to fix because also something with saving the form goes wrong there. So when we read this days from the database, we're setting no. Okay, it made several changes. It added some preloading of the field. So let's see. This I can close and this I can close. Don't think so. And if we upload, Let's just see if it now stores without us saving. No. Let's see what happens if we grab an image. Get URL. And then we go to database listing. Save it there. Let's see if it just got loaded properly. Not in the cart. I think still something goes wrong with the saving of the stays form, because when I manually insert a URL in Supabase, I can see the future image being saved there. But whenever I do it through the form, it doesn't get stored. So I think whenever we press the Save Changes button, it's not updating the column properly with the URL link. So we should fetch the link of the image and then paste that image in the table. Can you please check if this is happening? Because whenever I press Save Changes, it doesn't store anything and I just have an empty future image. I'll let this run. Whenever it's done, I'll get back to you. Okay, so it's basically saying that something went wrong with the transformation of the data. Future image is selected, the URL is correctly stored in the form state. When the form is submitted, URL is included in the data sent. However, the way it's being handled. Okay, so it's saying that it's resolved right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove the featured image. I'm gonna select the pool. Maybe it cannot overwrite. Let's remove it here. Refresh. How difficult can it be? Let's try it. Still. Okay, I'm just gonna use max, maybe. Still, I get the same issue. So it doesn't store in the database. So can you please check all the files involved for storing the object? Make sure that we use the listings table with the column future image URL. Maybe use the MCP to check if you're storing it in the right place. And yeah, just try to fix it all at once, because now we keep going back and forth. Just make concise changes. I don't want any other code to break. Okay, I'm gonna make it run and then hopefully it gets it right now. I thought in today's episode we could do a lot, but I keep getting stuck. So what I'm asking now is just to add some debug logging so we can see what's happening. So let's try to store. Are you serious now that it's working now? It's very interesting. Didn't work all the time. Okay, so let's select the one with the pool, just so it's easy for us to have the reference. Okay, so I'm gonna say remove the logging. Oh, no, I'm just gonna keep it for now. Okay, now it seems to work in the add stay slug page. Stay page slug. Single stay page. Please update the image in the hero to the featured image. Same goes for the add stays page. Why doesn't it show? Page stays. For the category page of stays of the stays and update the card to display the featured image. Also, we need to make this way smaller. Also those, like we don't need them that big. Because I also think in a future, we need to make it mobile friendly. Like I would assume that Grace would prefer to work on her mobile than on phone, on desktop. So, okay, I think it's working, guys. So just actually what it came back with is, I'm not sure, it says user, I also update the homepage, blah, 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 blah. And then I check, and here indeed we missed the featured image. So if we go to the stays, here it's updated, and also here it's updated. So that's great. We need better pictures, but at least it's working. I'm gonna do the homepage now and then check for the dining. So change the card on the homepage. Then please check if the correct implementation is also done for the dining form. If it works the same as the stay form. Okay, this is also working. Perfect. The last thing we need to check is this dining. Also here the filtering we still need to change. And I want all those tables to be the same because now this handles a different layout than the other table. Images. Seems to work. Just not in the card chat. Let's check the database. Yeah. Okay, so the storing of the image works in the dining form. Just in the cards for the dining, it's not showing yet. Same in the homepage, on the dining page and the single dining page. The featured images are not showing yet. Can you please add that to all the cards? All right, guys, we have it. So basically for the dining, it just kept pushing to placeholder images, but the issue was that in the TypeScript where we pull the information from, the featured image URL was not loaded. So if we now go to the website, we go to the homepage, you can see featured image loaded here, featured image loaded here, then it's loaded here, and also in the dining page. It's properly being displayed now. So this is done. This took way longer than expected. I also didn't show all the prompting that I did, but basically I was like, oh, can you add some logging? Can you check this? Can you check that? I just didn't record it because I think it's just repetitive process. I'm gonna save this. So as I mentioned, every episode, go to GitHub and just fix all changes. Added featured image functionality to the stay and dining pages. Then we push it, and then that's it for today's episode. We need to add featured images here. I was actually thinking I need to figure this out, because what I was saying at the beginning of the episode, it would be nice to have something in the admin dashboard where, so like for all the static pages, we have this. Just we don't store the static pages in the database. So I'm not sure if we can make this, but I'll figure it out. And then, yeah, that's it for today's episode. I'll be recording the next one. So basically what I'm going to do right now, because I'm super occupied, I'm going to do every Monday to Friday an episode. Also because I'm traveling to Thailand tomorrow, I'm just scheduling ahead a few episodes, and that's hence why Monday to Friday, simply because I don't have the time to record. But we keep sticking to that schedule. So in the weekends, no episode, you have a day off from me. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the content again, please leave a comment or question or whatever. Subscribe to my newsletter as well. I'm building this out now. I need to make many changes to this website. You can subscribe here to my newsletter. I'm going to start sending a monthly newsletter to begin with, and then after that, weekly, if I get subscribers. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have an amazing weekend, because it's a Sunday today, and see you in tomorrow's episode. Cheers.